Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bomb bursting in the gay proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say that Star-Spangled Banner wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the brave.
I invite you to join me in prayer. Our ever gracious God, we seek to be especially mindful of the significance of this afternoon's service. We have gathered today with an overwhelming sense of excitement, of joy, at the celebration, which is graduation. We rejoice that we have arrived at the end of this road, prepared to embark upon a new path. And we gather together today to recognize the ties that bind us to one another. We have together enjoyed outstanding educational opportunities. And we know that these opportunities are a privilege that is not available to much of this world. Teach us to be grateful for what we have received. And as we seek to enter new chapters of our lives and careers, may we do so with a spirit of service to you and to your children. And in all things, keep us mindful of the needs of your children in our community and around the world who are hungry, forgotten, or oppressed. And may we lift our voices to proclaim your justice and mercy while stretching out our hands in service and in love. For this we pray in your holy name. Amen.
Good evening, and welcome on behalf of the Roanoke Community College Board of Trustees. At this time, I will ask the other members of the board to please stand, and they are Brenda Williams, Albert Van, Mary Harold Stephens, Lily Orange White, and Andre Lassiter. Congratulations to the graduates. You set a goal and now you've completed it. Everyone give them a round of applause. You know, the community college has many non-traditional students. Many are parents, spouses, and older students with careers and families. And it takes the whole family and their support to complete their education. So at this time, I would like the graduates to give a round of applause to all of those who supported them through this journey. You know, I'm the spouse of a retired naval officer, and I always say that I retired from the Navy as well after 22 and a half years of service, because I was in the Navy also, because when he was out at sea, I had to take care of things at home, and I'm sure when you were studying and cramming for exams, you had somebody there that was supporting you, whether it was a friend, a spouse, a parent, somebody was there to support you. Because we need each other and other support, no one is an island. And we need that throughout our journey, and wherever you go from here, you're going to need that same support. So, I say, job well done, and keep up the good work. And all of you who are here to see the graduates, thank you for coming, and feel free to come back anytime. We have a lot going on here, and we want you to come back and be a part of that. And at this time, I have some special recognition. About a month ago, my fellow trustees and I recognized 2 former employees of the college that are now retired. In a unanimous vote, we bestowed upon them the high honor of the title Emeritus. They are Dr. Harold Mitchell, former president of Roanoke Community College, and Robert Williams, former dean of continuing education and workforce division of the college. This title confers upon them certain privileges and recognition of the fact that they have greatly contributed to the growing success of this institution. They are both here tonight, and I would like to ask them to stand. President Emeritus Dr. Harold Mitchell and Dean Emeritus Mr. Robert Williams. Please give them a round. Thank you.
Welcome. And we've already did a round of applause for the graduates, but I'd like to do it again. Raise some stress. Thank you. I'm Jennifer Pierce, and I'm a graduating computer information technology student representing the class of 2012. I'd like to acknowledge the Board of Trustees, College President Dr. Soni, the administrators, faculty, staff, and students, as well as the family and friends in sharing in this celebration of graduation. Today, we celebrate the determination to succeed and obtain certification from the Roanoke Community College, that a milestone has been met in our education. Former Mayor of New York, Ed Koch, once stated, "The fireworks begin today. Each diploma is a lighted match, each one of you is a fuse." When I enrolled in the fall of 2010, I was determined to apply 100% of my effort into my education. And I won't be a hypocrite and tell you it's been an easy task. This feat has caused me to struggle as a wife, a mother, and a student as I achieved my personal goals. But I would like to thank my husband, my children, and my instructors for putting up with Jennifer as I entertained the perfectionist within me. At this time, I would also like to give a special thank you, without tears, to my advisor and my instructors, Janet Faison. for her unending support throughout my education. I have fussed at her endlessly about the workload, and she took it like a champ. In addition, I would also like to thank Dr. Lily Faison for all the red ink that she marked on my papers that molded me into the writer that I am today. Keep that red ink going. But I also want you to know that my academic success stems from a personality trait that I hold. I view all molehills as mountains. This stress-filled approach appears to work for me and supplies the fuel for the perfectionistic flame that burns within. Therefore, approaching each task as a mountain guarantees that I will perform above and beyond what is expected from others as well as myself. The great mountaineer and first successful climber of Mount Everest, Sir Edmund Hillary, once said, "It is not the mountain we conquer, but ourselves." Every task in my life is my personal mountain, and it may well be the Jennifer within that I'm conquering. Standing before you on this stage this evening is my current mountain, and as I approach the conclusion to my speech, I am slowly cresting that mountain of fear to speak before you. I hope each of you conquer your mountains and reach for your personal goals. I have always said, and I need to copyright this, you are in charge of who you become. I will leave you with a few words by the great Dr. Seuss in honor of my two children. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own and you know what you know. You are the guy who will decide where to go. Congratulations, class of 2012, and thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Timothy Peterson, and on behalf of myself and the GED class, I'd like to welcome all of y'all to the 2012 Roanoke Chowan Community College graduation ceremony. Excuse me. This evening, you will see some of the brightest and hardest working students we have to offer. I started my path here for a higher education about a year ago, and I must say it was the best experience of my life. Those teachers and staffs of the GED class motivate to learn and go as far as you want to, as long as you have the drive and determination to fulfill your wildest dreams. In closing, I'd like to thank everyone at Eddie Harold and my family for the support, and a special thanks to Miss Lewis, Miss Cofield, Miss Pace, Miss Goodwin, and a very special thanks to Miss Machad for their patience in keeping me focused on where I was going. Thank you and have a good evening.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Montreal Cruz, and I am a graduate of Cook County Early College High School. First off, I would like to say thank you to all the parents, relatives, friends, and faculty and staff that can make it here today. It is my privilege to speak to you at the Roanoke Chowan Community College Class of 2012 Commencement Ceremony. We are here today for a very special occasion, so let's celebrate with our friends here who represent the future. Let's indulge in the bounty of choices, possibilities, and adventures that are right and ready for their taking. Life is a wonderful journey, a course that you set and determined by the choices you make each day. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." So as you step out to meet the world with your mind prepared and your skills tuned, I urge you to set your direction with a positive attitude and a strong spirit. Celebrate the days of success and always prepare for the challenges that meet each of us as we venture through life. For although we may consciously make the most positive decisions day to day, you and I know that there will always be hard days. It is during the times of success that people will know our name, and during the times of trouble that people will know our character. You have now received your education and you are equipped to take on the world. Your life is now your destiny. A strong foundation has been made for the future you must independently design and build. So what message do I offer my fellow classmates, soon to venture off in the very tough and real world? Remember that you cannot do much good for the world unless you do good for yourself. Also remember to never let the end of your school become the end of your education. Congratulations, class of 2010.
I'd like to say thank you to our three students. Those were wonderful words of encouragement. Good evening. It's a beautiful night. We couldn't have ordered any better weather than this. I'm privileged to say that I'm Ralph Stoney, president here at Roanoke Torrance Community College. And we have a lot of special days during our normal year, but graduation for me, and I think for our faculty and staff, is the most special time, because it is the time that we see the culmination of a job well done on the part of our faculty, but also on the part of our students. I'm blessed to be associated with an institution with such richness and wealth of people who care and people who want to see our students succeed. So I'd like to say thank you to our Board of Trustees and our faculty and our staff for the hard work that you do every day, all throughout the year, to make sure that our students are well represented. Now, my job is to give recognition tonight, and I'm going to be quick because I know that you don't want a lot standing between you and your degrees. The first recognition I would like to make is to acknowledge, on a sad note, that we lost a very special student who would be marching across the stage tonight if it were not for the fact that he died during this semester. We were all shocked and saddened at his passing. His name was Victor Stevenson. Victor was a lively person, known for his lighthearted humor and gentle heart. He was loved by everyone on campus, both student and faculty and staff. His presence has been missed, even though he was well accomplished before he came to us, having attended A&T University. He was here pursuing a degree in early childhood education, one of his passions. When the candidates take the stage tonight, I'm going to ask his mother, Ms. Livania Sams Kenton, who is with us tonight, to come forward and directed to receive his degree in early childhood education posthumously. Ms. Sams Kenton and her family and friends of Victor have worked to create a scholarship in his name, which will be administered here at Roanoke Torrance Community College. I'm happy to say that one of our graduates tonight has received the first Victor Stevenson Scholarship Award, and that's one of our early college graduates, Mr. Blake Munger, received a $500 scholarship. Again, Ms. Simpson, this is just our way of honoring the memory of Victor and what he did to make our lives richer. The second special recognition is to honor a young man who is graduating tonight but could not be here. In addition to being a student here, he worked in our maintenance department full-time. His name is Mr. Corey Shamblin. Corey is a student of Mr. Keith Horns, who is the coordinator of our industrial systems program. Corey has distinguished himself by being a serious student and a dedicated worker. If he were here, he would have walked across the stage, having received certificates in industrial systems technology in the areas of electrical, mechanical, and PLC. Now, apparently Mrs. Shamblin couldn't be here, his wife, tonight, so I'm going to ask Mr. Horn at that time to come and receive that honor in Corey's place when we do the regular graduate. Corey, one of the things I want to tell you about Corey, and the reason we want to honor him, is he's a poster child among many of the wonderful students that we have here. He has been employed at an industry in the shipyard. They scooped him up actually before he ever finished his degree, and we're thankful that he did finish his degree here. He was a full-time person on our maintenance staff, but the money he's making at the shipyard, the opportunity for advancement already is just well beyond, I think, what he had dreamed. Let me quickly pause for a shameless commercial break about Roanoke Torrance Community College, Mr. Horn's program, Victor's program, and several of our other faculty members. And let me tell you that because of the outstanding work that some of our faculty are doing, we were pleased a few months ago to have one of the shipyard industries come down and to say to us that some of our students were the best they'd ever seen, including colleges in Virginia, and other colleges in North Carolina. And that was a lot to be proud of. They're planning on hiring thousands of people at the shipyard in the next few years. In 3 months, a person can go from zero income to what I refer to as a living wage. So many of you out there tonight who are thinking about coming back to school, we can say in about 3 to 6 months we can have you ready to go out there and really earn a good living in this very hard economic time. The next recognition I'd like to make is a personal accomplishment that we have enjoyed here at the college. It is the graduation of 5 high school seniors from Hertford County High School, as well as from Roanoke Chowan Community College. So many people 4 years ago said it couldn't be done. These students will march across the stage tonight. But folks, not only are they marching as high school graduates, they're also marching as 2-year graduates of our Associate of Arts program, which is a fantastic thing for those students. More importantly, in August, they will be entering the University of Chapel Hill, East Carolina University, Winston-Salem State University, Elizabeth City State University as juniors, full-fledged juniors. So we're proud of them. Mr. Vontrell Cruz, who you just heard from a minute ago, was named the Academic Achievement Student of the Year for our college. He and his mom accompanied me to the Governor's Mansion in April, along with honor graduates from the other 57 community colleges within our state. I know that Chairman Ruffin Barnes and the other trustees are proud because they've taken a personal interest in seeing that the early college here on this campus has survived and lived up to its potential. When the last 5 march across stage, they will be greeted by Superintendent Walker, who's the interim superintendent at Hertford County Public School, and the outstanding counselor over at the Early College High School, Ms. Karen Hinton. I'll give the degree out because it's our degree, but we'll let them shake their hands before they come. I saved the best for myself. So this, my friends, is a great day for Hertford County, not only for the high school, but also for the college. I'm hurrying here. Another recognition. It takes a lot of people to keep a college going, no matter how big or small. It is probably even more difficult when we're at a small school because of the lack of funding. One of the things that I've noted when I arrived here is that many of our faculty and staff who've been here for a number of years take a great pride in this institution. Many of us newcomers don't often see that. These people are from another era where their life was their work and their work was their life. One particular person is an individual who will be retiring effective June 30th, 2012. He is the director of our facility, Mr. Ray Burkett. I'm going to ask Dean of Finance Administration, Kelly Van, to come forth as we honor Mr. Burkett. Wherever you are, Mr. Burkett, you might want to start making your way up here too. It is deserving that Ray be recognized because against the odds and over the years, he has done a great job of keeping the campus together physically. He has done everything from plumbing to HVAC to carpentry to lawns, and you name it, he's done it. When I think about Ray, I think about Star Trek, and I think about Scott. Because there are days when I know Ray looks at me when I'm fussing with him. He looks at me with this bewildered face, and I think what he's saying is I'm giving it all I can. Of course, I'm sure that there are a few other expletives that he's probably thinking in his head, but he always seemed to be able to pull something out at the last minute to help the college. We will miss Mr. Burkett, but the consolation is that he is going home to spend now on a full-time basis to spoil his granddaughters, and he's still in the community, so he won't be a stranger. Faculty and staff, we will properly thank Mr. Burkett in a goodbye celebration, and we'll certainly get in touch with the faculty who are going to be out for the summer, but we'd love for you to come back. So, Ray Burkett, on behalf of the trustees, the faculty, staff, and students, I'd like to say thank you for a job well done. I may be the happiest person here tonight. Those retirees, what do you say about it? They get those 30 years, they say what they want to. I'm only a few days from that. Okay, getting close to my final recognition. This is a personal one that I enjoy each year. It is the time that we name an outstanding faculty member of the year. Without the hard work and dedication of our faculty members, none of what we do would be possible. I'm fond of saying that you only need two elements to run a college or an educational institution. That's faculty and students. Without those two elements, you don't have that. Our faculty have worked unusually hard over particularly the last few years. They've had to maintain their normal teaching load, sometimes higher, while at the same time going through a comprehensive SACS review, which I think you did a wonderful job. The one thing that I can say, though, is that they've managed to stand beyond the fray and rate a job well done. Last year's Teacher of the Year honoree was actually two. The dynamic duo of Miss Reese Ely and Miss Sonia Shamley, who were both cosmetology instructors. Miss Ely actually moved on to the state competition where she became one of the 5 finalists of the year for the state of North Carolina. Unfortunately, she did not make first place. I thought they were very biased in not picking Miss Ely. But she did get a check. She won't tell me how much. And Dr. Stark Rawls, our assistant president, will let Ms. Barnes do this so Ms. Ely can just stop the stage. But they did send her a wonderful plaque, Ms. Ely. And they wanted me to present this at an award ceremony. What it says, the State Board of Community Colleges and R.J. Reynolds hereby acknowledges Dries L. Ely as a finalist for the 2012 Excellence in Teaching Award. So let's give Ms. Ely a hand. We'll talk about that check later. Now, Faculty of the Year. This year's recipient is known for having a gentle and calm demeanor. As a matter of fact, the recipient is someone that most people say that they would not like to be around this person if they really got mad and lost it, because they're so cool and calm. The Faculty of the Year winner this year has a passion for teaching and imparting knowledge. This person's students say that they have learned so much from them, and that more than being just a classroom teacher, they're a friend and an advocate. And the program review revealed a few years ago that this person's program would possibly be lost due to lack of students. They, along with fellow colleagues and teachers in their area, began to go places like the Watermelon Festival in Murfreesboro and Walmart to recruit students. Shortly after I arrived in 2005, I spoke with this person about creating a couple of small certificates that we could impart and give students a skill so that they could go out and get jobs quickly. The certificates that they created have become the cornerstone and the reason why specific employers are saying that their program is heads above many of the rest in North Carolina. Out of the people nominated this year, this person received more letters of endorsement than I have ever seen in 30 years of being involved with Teachers of the Year. 90% of the endorsements came from this person's students. The person joined our faculty in 2001. One person said, "He is an honest, fair, and just man. His knowledge and ability to explain the process has helped me succeed. His ways of instruction left an impression that will last a lifetime." He went to Alabama Aviation and Technical College and received a diploma in pipe welding in 1986. He holds an AWS certificate as a welder. He has over 25 years of experience as a master welder. He has won a Special Achievement Award from the Department of the Navy Public Works Center in Norfolk for his initiative and work performance. Without any doubt, you know who it is right now. There you go. Mr. Vic, come on up here. Make his way. Victor will receive a check for $1,500. You'll get to go to a conference of his choice. And somebody must have ratted me out because he's got a towel tonight. All right. Well, let me just shake your hand and tell you that all that stuff's covered. And finally, the introduction of our guest speaker. Tonight, I have a dubious distinction of introducing tonight's commencement speaker, Mr. Julius Walker. Mr. Walker currently serves as the interim superintendent of the Hereford County School System. Over the years, we have had pretty prestigious guest speakers here, men and women who have made a mark on their sphere of influence and have set themselves apart as outstanding, caring, and highly functional individuals. Mr. Walker continues this tradition for us. He's a man well accomplished, well respected, and one of outstanding character. Mr. Walker is the retired superintendent of Washington County Schools in Plymouth, North Carolina. He is a lifelong educator, having served as assistant superintendent, high school principal, elementary school principal, coach, and so on. He holds 4 degrees. He graduated from Elizabeth City State University in 1967 with a Bachelor of Sciences degree in intermediate education. In 1974, he graduated with a master's degree in intermediate education from North Carolina Central University. And in 1980, he graduated from East Carolina University with an educational specialist degree in educational administration. Now, I'll tell you, his resume has several pages of single-spaced citations outlining his many civic and professional memberships and organizations. For many of you who are graduating and think about transferring to Elizabeth City State University, take note of the fact that he currently serves on the Elizabeth City State University Board of Trustees. So you might want to shake his hand with his card if I give it to you. As well as he's on the Board of Visitors at Elizabeth City and their varsity club. I could go on, but I don't want to take his time. I will tell you a couple stories about him. One is he's a frat brother of Dr. Harold Mitchell, President Emeritus, as well as Mr. Robert Williams, Dean Emeritus. I went to his office in Winton a while back, and we had a very pleasant chat. I felt like I'd known him for a while. But during the course of our conversation, I asked him about being our commencement speaker. I also mentioned that we generally give an honorarium to the speaker. And he told me immediately, he says, no way. He says, I won't take money from the college. We are partners with each other, particularly with this early college. When you offer folk money more than 4 times and they turn you down, they're probably telling you the truth. They're not going to take the money. So I just pocketed the cash and decided not. Instead of taking the money, he agreed what he wanted to do that would be most beneficial is that we would provide that money to our 5 early college graduates. And so those 5 students will get checks tonight. And I'm not going to tell you how much it is, but I think they'll smile on Monday morning when they go to the bank. Without further ado, I would like to present to you a man who has positively impacted my life in just the hour that I spoke with him. And ladies and gentlemen, he is an outstanding person. He's done a great job as interim superintendent here in Hereford County. So without further ado, Mr. Julius Walker. Give him a hand.
Good evening. I want to thank Dr. Sony for that introduction of me. That introduction sort of reminded me of an old maid who had never been married. One day, the lady whom she was working with says, Ann, I hear you're getting married. She looked around and said, oh, thank God for the rumor. So I want to thank him for the rumor. To Dr. Sony, to the distinguished Board of Trustees, to the illustrious staff, and to the President Emeritus, Dr. Harold Mitchell, Emeritus Dean Robert Williams, and to all of the parents, friends, ardent supporters, and of course to the honorees tonight, the graduates. It is indeed a pleasure and an honor for me to have the opportunity to share with you on such a momentous occasion. I'm reminded of Daniel Webster, who was walking down the street in Washington, D.C. A man who was a great orator, later statesman. As he was walking down the street, he passed a group of youngsters who probably between the ages of between 15 and 18. As he passed them by, he tipped his hat to them and spoke to them. A friend of his was watching. He was amazed and astonished. He says, after all, this is a prominent man in this community. So he asked him, why did you tip your hat to those youngsters? He said, I tipped my hat to them because I see before me youngsters who are masters of creation. They are going to be the future leaders of America. So I say to the honorees here tonight, I see a lot of promise here. If I were wearing a hat, I would indeed take it off to you. Congratulations. I'm going to talk to you very briefly tonight on a subject or topic, no deposit, no return. No deposit, no return. Nothing in, nothing out. I'm sure many of us here tonight have heard of a layaway plan. When we go in, the merchant would tell us that we could have the merchandise if we agreed to pay for it sometimes weekly, monthly, 6 months. And when I was growing up a sharecropper's son, my father agreed to play a deal. But the point still remains. If you don't pay for that merchandise on time, you will not receive it. And if you're looking for a financial institution to house your money, you're not just going to choose any institution. You're going to choose the institution that's going to give you the greatest amount of interest for your money. But the point still remains, if you make no deposit, you get no return. So I'm going to say to our graduates tonight, you're sitting here because someone cared. One lady, young lady mentioned tonight, she thinks of her spouse. So many of you, I'm sure in the same category, your parents, your grandparents, some relative, your minister, significant others. You're here tonight because someone cared and gave you compassion and gave you a push, nurtured and mentored you. But I say to you tonight, as you leave this community college, if you're going to be a great depositor, first of all, you must be willing, you must be a dreamer. You must continue to be a dreamer. Now, I'm not talking about those dreams that you dream at night. I'm talking about those dreams that where you put forth a lot of work ethic, a lot of time. You gave up comfort, energy, and etc. Because we all know that a dream can be something or it can be nothing, depends on what happens to the dream. But tonight, or this evening, you're sitting here to attest at the fact that your dream has indeed become a something because you're receiving a degree tonight. And as you go through this graduation ceremony and receive your associate degrees, it tells us that you're ready and willing to move on to another phase of life. And you have definitely completed an important element here tonight. Because a good education with a good degree will definitely open up newer and better ways for you to accomplish your goals in life. Education has always been a luxury in this country, even when boys and girls had to walk many miles to school. Just remember, no deposit, no return. Now, as you move into the world of work, or move on to a 4-year college or whatever you decide to do, just remember, if you're going to be a great depositor, you must have a good attitude. A good attitude will help you reach your goals in life. A good attitude is more important than fame. It is more important than money. But remember that you must have a good attitude if you're going to be a great depositor. A good attitude would definitely get you to many places that you would never dream of going. To be a dreamer, to be successful, to be a great depositor, you must have passion. It's important that you have passion. You must be excited about what you're doing. If you are excited, others will become excited. Remember that having a passion and being excited and etc. is very, very contagious. If you're a good citizen, a good Samaritan, a good role model, someone will definitely follow you. Just remember, whatever you do, someone is always watching. So always have passion. Always be excited at what you're going to do. You must be friendly. If you want friends, you must show yourself friendly. Having friends, good, positive friends, definitely important. And just remember, as you are sitting here tonight, you have definitely accomplished something great. But I can imagine, for some of you, it's much easier than it has been for others. But nevertheless, you're sitting here, looking good and willing and ready to go out and conquer the world. And let me remember to you tonight to let you know that the whole world is looking for people like you who are dare to make a difference and dare to be different. As graduates tonight, I applaud you for your hard work, your dedication, and your commitment. Because without your endurance, without your stickability, this would never happen. You need to thank your staff members, your faculty, the president, and also the board of trustees for making this possible. Because you must remember that when you leave here, you're going out into the world to reach out and help others. And just remember, whatever you do, wherever you go, you will be representing Roanoke Chowan Community College. And this institution has been a pillar for you. It has been a beacon of light. It has helped so many people in this area. And since being here, I have appreciated this community college for the partnership we have with Early College. And I want to say to you tonight that I'm so proud of those students graduated tonight with an associate degree from the Early College. I want to commend Dr. Jones and her staff for their dedication and commitment to these youth. As I attended the awards banquet the other night for these students, as I listened, 3 or 4 years ago, some of the parents and grandparents even said they did not think that their son a grandson will be graduating with an associate degree. Because at the time they were not mature, but they have been late bloomers. But when they blossom, as you can see, they have blossomed beautifully.
Amen.
That has come about because of parental support and from the early college staff.
Amen.
And also, I would like for those parents of those students from early college to please stand, and grandparents. I applaud you, because when these students attend their respective colleges or universities during the fall, they will be juniors, and that is great. And when they most likely, after they complete those 2 years, they will work on their master's degrees. So that is definitely great. Hard work, commitment, and dedication will definitely give you great dividends. So I say to the class tonight, congratulations and Godspeed. Thank you very much.
Determined, I'm committed, and I'll run no matter the cost. And I have decided, determined, I'm committed, that I'll run, even though at times I may get lost. I'm going to run this race. I'm going to take my proper place in the winning circle. I'm going to run anyway. I don't know where, when, or how, but I know I'm going to make it. Oh, I'll run this race, and not so safely and amazing grace. But I made up my mind, I don't have much time, but I'll run till I'm finished. I'm going to run this race. I'm going to take my proper place in the winning circle. Oh, I'm going to run anyway. I don't know where, when, or how, but I know I'm gonna make it. Oh, this race, and not so safely and amazing grace. But I made up my mind, I don't have much time, so I'll run. I've been there. Oh, I made up my mind, I don't have much time, so I'm gonna run, I'm gonna run. I made up my mind, yeah, that I'll run till I've been there.
Ms. Sam Kenton, would you please come up first? Reads Roanoke Chowan Community College of Hospital, North Carolina. This is to certify that Victor D. Stevenson, having completed in a satisfactory manner the studies required for elementary education, is hereby declared a graduate, and the Board of Trustees, upon the recommendation of the faculty, has granted this Associate in Arts. In testimony whereof, the undersigned, by authority vested in them, have hereunto affixed their signature, given this 11th day of May, 2012, signed Chairman or Chairperson Wendy Ruffin Barnes and President Ralph Husson.
With the candidates for the associate degree, the diploma, and the certificate in the applied sciences in the following majors, please rise. Air conditioning, heating, and refrigeration technology, associate degree nursing, barbering, cosmetology, business administration, computer information technology, criminal justice technology, early childhood education, human service technology, medical office administration, welding technology pipe, welding technology plate. Dr. Soni, the faculty has certified that these candidates standing before you have completed all of their requirements to receive their associate's degrees, their diplomas, and their certificates in the applied sciences.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Roanoke Chowan Community College and the State of North Carolina, I confer upon you the associate degrees in applied science, the diplomas in applied science, and certificates in the applied sciences, respectively, and all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. You may be seated.
Will the candidates for the GED please stand?